What if I told you there are SUVs on the road right now that can embarrass a Ferrari? SUVs that seat your family, carry your luggage, and hit 200 miles per hour. Number 5. Kicking off our countdown at number 5 is the most terrifying name on this list: the Brabus 900 Rocket Edition. Mercedes already makes one of the most feared SUVs in the world with the AMG GLE 63S Coupe. Brabus took that car and decided it wasn't nearly fast enough. Their engineers stuffed a 4.5-liter V8 under the hood, cranked it to 900 horsepower, and paired it with 920 pound-feet of torque. That is supercar territory in a vehicle that technically fits 5 people. Top speed, 205 miles per hour. Brabus calls it the fastest street-legal crossover on Earth. 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. Price, $700,000. On the outside, carbon fiber aero pieces, a chin spoiler, a tailgate wing, widened fenders signal that this thing means business. Inside, hand-stitched yellow leather wraps every surface. Because when you're spending $700,000 on a modified Mercedes, subtlety is optional. At number 5, the Brabus 900 is already extraordinary. But what's sitting at number 1 makes this look mild? Keep watching. Number 4. The car that proved Lamborghini was serious about the SUV game. The Urus. When Lamborghini announced they were building an SUV, enthusiasts were divided. Could a brand known for low-slung supercars really pull this off? Let the numbers answer that question. Top speed, 193 miles per hour. 0 to 60, 3.1 seconds. Engine, twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8, 657 horsepower. Price, approximately $270,000. The Urus isn't just fast for an SUV, it's fast, full stop. But Lamborghini turns the drama dial all the way up. The exhaust note is a symphony you don't forget. The styling makes every other SUV on the road look like a minivan. And despite all that performance, it's genuinely livable as a daily driver. The Urus changed what an SUV could be. Number 3. The car Aston Martin themselves call the supercar of SUVs, the DBX 707. The name isn't a model year. 707 is the metric horsepower output of this machine, and Aston Martin wants you to know exactly what you're getting before you even turn the key. Engine, 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, 697 horsepower. Metric, 707 PS. Top speed, 193 miles per hour. 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. Transmission, 9-speed automatic, revised specifically for this model. Price, approximately $270,000. What separates the DBX 707 from the pack isn't just straight-line speed. Aston Martin reworked the steering, brakes, and chassis tuning from the ground up to handle the DBX 707's pace. The result is an SUV that feels genuinely cohesive at the limit. Not just fast, but composed. And the interior? Pure Aston Martin. Flowing lines, hand-stitched leather, the kind of cabin that makes a long drive feel like the destination. Number 2. The SUV that was never supposed to exist. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ferrari Puro Sangue. For decades, Ferrari's answer to, "Will you ever build an SUV?" was an emphatic no. The brand guarded its identity like few others in the automotive world. And then, in 2023, they built one anyway. Ferrari knew they were late to the party, so they decided to make an entrance nobody would forget. Engine? Naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12, 715 horsepower. Top speed? 193 miles per hour. 0 to 60, 3.3 seconds. Transmission? 8-speed dual clutch, mounted at the rear axle for balance. Platform? Shared with the Ferrari Roma. This is a Ferrari through and through. Here's what makes the Puro Sangue genuinely special, in ways raw numbers can't capture. That engine. A naturally aspirated V12 in an era of turbos and electrification. No lag. Pure, linear, visceral response, all the way to an 8,250 revolutions per minute redline. Ferrari didn't build a fast SUV. They built a Ferrari that happens to have 4 doors and a raised ride height. Every control, every surface, every driving dynamic traces its DNA directly to Maranello's racing heritage. Number 1. Fastest, and in our view, greatest performance SUV in the world is the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. Now wait, before you scroll to the comments, hear us out. The Cayenne Turbo GT doesn't have the most horsepower on this list. It doesn't have the highest top speed. But fastest doesn't just mean straight-line speed. And on a real road, or a real racetrack, this car does something the others simply cannot. Engine? 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, 631 horsepower. Top speed? 190 miles per hour. 0 to 60, 3.1 seconds. Torque? 701 pound-feet through an 8-speed automatic with AWD. Price? Approximately $200,000. Porsche didn't just tune this SUV for the drag strip. They sent it to the Nürburgring, one of the most demanding racing circuits on Earth, and made it the fastest SUV ever to lap it. Ever. That tells you everything. The adaptive dampers, the Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus, the carbon ceramic brakes. It's a complete performance package. Every system communicates with every other system in a way that makes the car feel alive. And it still starts at $200,000. Which one would you take? Drop your answer in the comments.